that's going to help them all the way through for the end of their life. And Social Security is one of those areas that people don't know how it works, but they need to know more about. And
We
so,
see it in our checks, but then, the extent of it, because
yeah,
we get it deducted out of our salaries. But then when is the time for us to say, oh, everybody just here, when you hit 65, this is what you need to do. But really, you need somebody to navigate you through those, you know, how to apply, how to maximize on it too.
absolutely. It's not just as simple as getting to a certain age and then deciding it's time for me to start collecting my Social Security. Your Social Security is something that you've paid into your entire work life. And as you said, we've seen it come out of our checks, but we rarely have a vision and an understanding, a clear understanding of what that's going to mean for us at the end of our life. And in particular, you and I are always talking about our immigrant families and people that are just very hardworking, but also never ask for anything. But all of our immigrant populations that are working have paid into this pension, uh, and they need to be able to know how they're going to benefit from it. My daughter said something to me very important this morning, and I wrote it down because I loved it. And she said, when you are able to unlock a benefit for a company or for a family, that builds trust,
Yeah.
because many of the conversations that I have, people didn't know really what's coming up. They just assumed. And what we do is we sit down and we strategize with people as a registered Social Security analyst. That is the new title. You can sit down as an expert and help families to make the right choices, to be able to maximize their earnings. And it's very real, the fact that the Social Security Administration says that almost every family, on average, is losing about $100,000 of their retirement money because they don't know how to request it. They don't know the right way, when, how to be able to start collecting their Social Security. And so there's such a need for this information. And my daughter and I, we've been doing so many workshops, and people ask for specifics on it. So what I want to tell you today is that I have another company that I work with, because one of my biggest dreams has been to deal with the challenge of language, the
Yes.
barrier of language for our Latino community, for them to really have um, uh, the language they need to understand their benefits in the workplace. I mean, there's people that work for companies for 10, 15, 20 years and don't really understand how or what their benefits are and how to access them for their family. So we've put together this project that helps people to understand how Social Security works and how they can maximize their benefit. But also for those individuals out there that are interested, and just so you know what the market looks like, there's 10,000 baby boomers every day in the United
Oh,
States.
yeah. Oh,
Every day they're turning 60, the retirement age. And so they need information. And in particular, I think about how our community in Spanish needs to get that information, right? So I'm always looking at how can we be bilingual, and how can we provide that information to communities that are usually overlooked and underserved. And for that reason, decades go by and we really are not able to prosper, leave an inheritance, help the next generation. We're always, you know, struggling financially, and trying to find someone that's a trusted advisor. So I've become that, and now I'm able and positioned to be able to invite others to become that as well. And without having to learn English, um, if you haven't learned English, I'm stating is that you can, with this platform, this new program that we're putting out, be able to learn English at the same time that you're learning to become a Social Security expert. And so I'm here inviting people to contact me if they're interested in learning this new profession and becoming
yeah.
a consultant in this area.